I'm not done with the questions yet. I mean,
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Mercury meeting. So, as I said before, I'm a software developer for those of you who still don't know. And today, I just realized the importance of public speaking. Yes, after years of being a Toastmasters, I felt the importance of writing speeches and understanding your audience and knowing how to simplify ideas when I was trying to explain my code to two other people. I discovered it's such a critical thing to do, especially since when you write something or when you write code, you're very familiar with the code. You know how it works. You know exactly the flow of events. But trying to simplify those things to two other people without knowing their background is something very interesting, because that is when you get very creative with the examples that you give. You start using the visual aids, drawing charts, showing pictures, getting very creative to even maybe finding metaphors to the things that you might have in your code to something that they might understand. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, what we do here at Toastmasters matters because not only we give speeches, but we also learn how to communicate our ideas clearly to other people. Because the most important thing about communication is this exchange of ideas. And no matter how much time you speak or how many beautiful words you choose, if those ideas cannot be understood by the other, then what's the point of communicating in the first place? So stay in Toastmasters, continue to practice your speeches and your leadership roles, not only as a hobby, but also to reap the benefits of all of this. And before we start this meeting, I would like to thank our speaker for today, George Saliba, for joining us in this meeting and partaking in this meeting. Thank you so much, George, and we're so happy to have you here. I see you want to say something?
You are welcome. Thank you for having me also. I'm thrilled to be with you.
It's our pleasure. So I hope you enjoy this meeting, and it is time to start today's meeting. And our Toastmaster for today is Yasmina. So help me welcome Yasmina on stage.
Thank you, Soraya, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters, members and guests, of course. Welcome, George, to our club, and we are very happy to have you tonight. As we enter a new month, we can say a new year, not today, but I mean like in general, and as we enter something new and a new place, many of us may reflect on how our lives have changed over the past 5 years, 2 years, or even 10 years. So are we the same people we were 2, 5, or 10 years ago? I don't think so. Or have the ups and downs in our lives shaped our personality in several unrecognizable ways. So we tend to be given an award that represents us or determines our personality. Yet, sometimes we feel that this award that is given to us does not identify us, and some do, by the way. Someone might given the award that they are very caring. I'm a very caring person. Okay, I believe that this award suits to me, but maybe people think that they're not. People get the award that they are nerd people. But sometimes they don't identify themselves as nerdy people. So this is how we try to identify how we identify ourselves and how the people see us and how they award us into what they see, into what they think that represents us. So today we will look at how several awards that would be so cheesy, will spice it up the meeting, can shape our personalities through having an award ceremony. Of course, this will be done through voting. Democracy is really important. Of course, this meeting will not be led by myself only. I have a team that will be helping me throughout the meeting. First, I would like to start our timer. Roland, the stage is yours.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and very well esteemed guests. George, it's good to be back. I miss you all. And you know, George, when you were asking each one of us what do we do in life, you really inspired me and gave me the idea of, you know, Thuraya is a coder. I don't know, Muhammad works in the business industry. You are an entrepreneur. You know, all these jobs have one thing in common: good time management. So, speaking about time, today I will be your timer. And as you, George, you will be having your very awaited speech. I will be showing the green background at 5 minutes, the yellow background at 6 minutes, and the red background at 7 minutes. After the 7 minutes, George, you will have 30 minutes of grace period to wrap up your speech. Best of luck, and back to you, Yasmina.
Thank you so much, Roland. Now moving on, okay, so a small reminder of the structure of the meeting. We will start with our prepared speech, which will be done by George Saliba. Then we will move on to the table topics section, and we will wrap up our meeting with the evaluation section. Let us start with our prepared speeches section. I will give the stage to Thuraya, our speech evaluator, to share with us George's speech details. Thuraya, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Yasmina. So, George, today you are delivering the speech objective, present a proposal. So the purpose of this speech is to present us with a proposal. It could be any idea. You have to have a well-organized speech discussing this proposal, and you can use any style you want, humorous, informational, or any style basically you choose. You also you could talk about anything, not necessarily something related to Toastmasters or your career. So you have the freedom to choose your topic. I'm very excited to hear what you have to propose to us today. And back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Thuraya. Now, before we give the stage to George to start with his speech, I'll be sharing some information about the topic that he was speaking about. So please listen to what I will be sharing right away. Let me know if you can listen or not.
This is a summary of San Diego Climate University.
Can you listen? Okay.
Yes.
I'll be sharing as well something else. 1 minute. While this is going on.
City research title.
Okay, it doesn't work. Anyways. Okay, wait, let me see. 1 minute, guys. I'm trying to make it happen. Anyways, let's just listen to this.
Titled the RLC Area Desertification Change Detection Study. Once fourth largest lake of our planet, the RLC has been drying up during 4 decades. By 1995, the sea lost 3/4 of its water volume. Surface.
Okay, let's try to do that. Stop.
Area shrank by half. Water level fell by 19 meters. The sea run off its shores by 100 to 150 kilometers and exposed more than 33 square kilometers of its seabed, where more than 100 million tons of salty dust are being carried out far away from the sea line annually. It is consisted of grains in form of aerosol with impurities of agricultural poisonous inputs, fertilizers, and other harmful industrial and household drains. Waters from rivers do not reach the sea because they gradually disappear in desert sands. The drying up of the Aral Sea is also negatively affecting the region's climate. Earlier, the Aral Sea acted as a climate regulator for the region. It softened cold Siberian winds in winters and acted as a conditioner, lowering heat in summer months. The sea's shrinkage has resulted in drier and shorter summers, and in longer and colder winters. The growing season has been shortened to 170 days, while 200 days necessary for cotton production. Precipitation onshore in the Aral region has decreased by a factor of 10. The humidity of air has decreased by 10%. Summer temperatures have increased and winter temperatures decreased by +2 to 3 degrees centigrade. The productivity of pasture grounds half its previous level. The pollution effect is aggravated by the fact that the Aral Sea is situated on the highway, where strong currents of air are blowing from the west to the east. This promotes carrying up of aerosols to higher layers of atmosphere and spreading of them around the earth. That is why pesticides from the Aral region are found out in blood of penguins in the Antarctic continent. The distinctive Aral dust is falling on glaciers of Greenland, on forests of Norway, and on fields of Belarusia, which are remote from Central Asia by thousands of kilometers. The other dangerous consequence of desiccation of the Aral Sea is a degradation of mountain glaciers of the Himalayas, the Pamirs, the Tian Shan and the Altais, which feed the Sirdarya and the Amudarya rivers. An increase of toxic dust on the surfaces of glaciers and mineralization of precipitation are promoting melting of the glaciers. This is a dangerous process for an arid region because mountain glaciers of Central Asia are the only ancient reserves of fresh water and the main place for condensation of atmospheric moisture in the region. If the cover of sedimentation continues to accrue, the glaciers will not be condensers of moisture anymore, and there will be a decrease in drainage to the rivers. In the region, there were 500 species of birds, 200 species of mammals, and 100 species of fishes lived in fresh, slightly saline or saline water. Now there's nothing but burning sunlight and sandstorms. Thank you.
Thank you so much, George, for this information. There's also a video that I would like to share, but after George finishes with his speech. Now, George Saliba, Change Breakthrough, George Saliba.
Have you ever wondered about Earth's climate change? Or how would scientists solve this life-threatening problem? In this presentation, I'm going to share with you a stunning practical solution for global warming and climate change. A solution that will offer humanity three main benefits. First, it will return the balance to our planet ecological system. Second, it will offer humankind and every living species the chance to live and prosper in a clean, vibrant atmosphere. Third, it will offer you a lifetime opportunity to invest in a newly discovered life-saving efficient technology. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests. Even though what I'm stating in front of you seems like a too good to be true, or even a miracle, well, it is not. It's built on solid state theories, state-of-art, innovative technology, and the most important, the natural properties of water. As we all know, Earth is the only planet in our solar system that have water on it. Our solution works on bringing back water to different dehydrated places on Earth, like endangered and extinct seas all around the globe. Our technology basically works in correspondence with water thermodynamics, heat capacity, and its ability to regulate and stabilize its surrounding temperatures, which was clearly discovered by researchers in the San Diego Climate University research titled the Aral Sea Area Desertification Change Detection Study. recited earlier in front of you, where researchers undoubtedly found the negative effects of the disappearing of more than 90% of the Aral Sea water. The absence of the regulating and stabilizing effects of the world's fourth largest lake has generated a catastrophic impact on its surrounding region, leading the Uzbekistan authorities to announce a national disaster situation. But when we truly investigate about the consequences of spreading more than 100 million tons of salty poisoning dust carried away each year throughout sandstorms from the dried up Aral Sea bed, this made us realize that it should be called a worldwide disaster. Why? Simply because these phenomena made us figure out how spreading of all those hazardous salty poisoning dust all over the atmosphere, all over the globe, is stripping away humidity from its atmosphere, skyrocketing its temperature to a new level high score, and the most dangerous, it is accelerating the melting of its glaciers, exactly like how road authorities spread salt to inhibit ice formation on icy roads. Let me ask you, where do you think all the Aral Sea water has gone? Isn't it dropped out in the oceans, making sea level water rise and cover large parts of dry land worldwide? Do you think if we manage to transform all of our energy needs to clean sources, is it going to help the Aral Sea water to reach out its shores once again? I can almost assure you it won't, simply because it is a man-made catastrophe, and it's a man's duty and responsibility to intervene and recuperate the harm of its hand. We truly believe that we have a limited time to solve this gigantic problem because it's still in the stage of small snowball formation. But I have to warn you, it is gaining momentum. As soon as it jumps off the cliff, it will save Elon Musk the pain and effort in his journey to Mars. Desertification will invade our planet. Extreme weather conditions will occur. Our crops won't have the needed time to grow and flourish. Extreme weather condition will occur. Actually, it's already happening. It's in our daily news. From high temperatures, droughts, wildfires, and sandstorms to heavy rainfalls, floodings, and gigantic storms, all those extremes are strongly founded on the absence of the regulating and stabilizing effects of large areas of inland water reservoirs. To be clear enough, hear what I have to say. The disappearing of the Aral Sea water and other endangered and extinct lakes around the globe due to severe exploitation of its natural water supply represents a major cause, the major cause that led to this climate change issue. Now we have come with a sustainable solution that will reverse the man-made harm by alleviating the deadliest spots on Earth once again, making it play its natural role by stabilizing and regulating its surrounding temperatures. Finally, putting that evil genie into its lantern, or back into its lantern, or in other words, filling up the Aral Sea and other endangered lakes all around the globe, represents the first step towards recovering Earth's stable climate. This is our goal. Now we are offering you the peace of mind from all the technical and mind-troubling issues to accomplish this project. Rest assured, securing a suitable, vibrant environment for our children and next generations to come is in our priorities, and we hope it is in yours. Go ahead, join us, invest with us. Together we can do it. We can save our planet. Thanks to your great donations and investments, we will fight to achieve our goals. May God fill your life with security, joy, and happiness. God bless you. Back to you, Madam Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, George, for this very informative speech that myself I have got some information that I didn't know about. Now let's give 1 minute feedback to George before we move on throughout the meeting.
Thank you.
And by this time, if you want, I would share the video.
لا شك في أن الانتخابات اليابية أفرزت مفاجآت في عدد الأصوات والحواصل والنسب، ما خلق أوراق استعدادا لخريطة تحالفات جديدة ستنتج مع انتهاء عهد المجلس اليابي الحالي. في دائرة الزواج بين كانت
The catastrophic situation is playing out in Australia.
The smoke visible from space. A New Year's Eve crisis going into 2020. People are telling us this is the worst they've ever seen, that fires have burned more intensely, more ferociously. They seem to have a mind of their own.
Satellite imagery is showing that Arctic sea ice is at its lowest levels on record.
In northern Siberia, it hit 100.4 degrees.
We are looking right now at the all-time record heat for the month of June. Catastrophic Category 4 hurricane buried down in the U.S.
We could be looking at a majority of the surrounding communities flooded with upwards of 9 to 20 feet of water.
The two largest wildfires in Colorado history are burning dangerously close, just miles apart.
On the heels of what has been a historic and deadly wildfire season, the winds fanning these flames are expected to last another 24 hours.
Friends' homes are on fire, and you're watching it with your eyes.
And it is officially the busiest hurricane season ever on record.
And the few people we met who chose to stay behind here, they stay behind because they're simply overwhelmed. They're tired of running.
There's no rest in this record year for the hurricane-battered Gulf Coast. Storms, more storms, heavier rain, our climate is changing.
Thank you so much. I think the video wrap up basically what George was trying to share with us, and I would like George to letting us to know more about the issue and how we would tackle it later on. Now, an award ceremony makes people feel that their work is valued. It shows approval and gratitude for each person's good job, and it makes people aware that good work will be rewarded. It should be. It shows others, such as the general public and the members, that you're aware of your outstanding achievements. So, now to make things spicy and to make things cheesy, we'll be having our award ceremony before we start with our TTM section. And how will it work? I will be mentioning award after an award, of course, and the first person will have the chance to nominate someone. And if this and someone else could nominate someone else, but if we had two persons, a voting will happen. Is everything clear? Just to make something like a bit nice to spice it up. So I'll start with the first award. We'll go from the least normal to the most award that no one will love to take it. Let's see. So the first award is Walking Encyclopedia Award. Who would nominate someone for this award? I think it comes between two persons.
I would nominate Manuel Mendoza.
I would nominate George after what he has told us today.
Yes.
I do nominate George as well.
Okay, so we have 2 votes for George. Who would also like to vote for someone?
If I were to nominate myself, I'd nominate myself for every award, therefore getting the award for biggest ego. So therefore, I would nominate Manuel.
So we have 2 votes for Manuel and 2 votes for George. We still have Muhammad Antar. The decision is in your hands.
Was in his hands. He's no longer in the meeting.
I think he was kicked out. he's having some issues.
Type, okay. So we'll keep it on hold until we have Muhammad Antar for democracy, guys. It's just for democracy.
Of course. Proceeds to talk to him privately. Vote for Mendoza.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next award, which is On Time Member Award. Please, guys. On Time Member Award. I would nominate Soraya.
Yeah, Thuraya, definitely.
I would nominate whoever starts the meeting, since technically they're the first person to attend.
Which is Soraya. So
yeah.
you got this award. Okay, we're gonna still have 3 awards. Let's see, but until Muhammad Antar joins, because he will spice it up. Muhammad Antar, the decision is in your hands. Muhammad Antar, the decision is in your hands. Please unmute.
Who are the nominees?
Yalla, Muhammad Antar.
The decision is in your hands. Red wire or green wire?
Decision
Manuel
for
or
what?
George? Oh, okay. He didn't join by audio.
Yeah, so we have an award ceremony, and we had like a tie on an award between 2 nominees. We have Manuel and George Saliba. The award is Walking Encyclopedia Award. Someone left.
But
So you give it to Manuel? So you give it to Manuel or to George?
On what basis is that given? And why would why did people choose? Why did some choose Emmanuel and others choose George?
Well, George just gave us an informative speech about the issue that he is talking about, which was very informative, and he gave evidence with videos and audio and photo. I'm supporting my argument right now.
No, I would choose George. Honestly.
Okay, so George got an invitation.
He gave a very good speech. I love this speech, and it was very informative. It's something I don't think people that know much about or understand how important it is.
Yes, and Soraya won the On-Time Member Award. I think no one would beat her.
Congratulations, Soraya.
Unmute yourself, Muhammad.
I was like 1 minute before time, so I deserve an award also, like almost on time award.
خلاص راحت عليك. Third award. Exactly. I will move on to the next award. Oh, Abdul Rahman, Stand Up Comedian Member Award.
Yeah,
I nominate someone.
Can we nominate 2 people?
No one.
Damn. Like these 2 people are
I nominate Muhammad Attar.
Hilarious.
Muhammad Attar.
I nominate Muhammad Attar. Oh, Abdul Rahman is spiking it up. Abdul Rahman, we have 2 nominations for Muhammad Attar.
Ah, okay. What was the award for again?
It's stand-up comedian member award.
Ah, yes, Russell Peters. Ah, someone in the club.
Which one? Who?
Ah, no, you meant someone in the club,
Yes.
not a stand-up comedian in general. Khalid Shatila.
Not here.
They have to be here?
Yes, they have to be here for the first 3 awards.
The first 3 awards are already passed.
I would just say my name.
طيب خالد شتيلة. Just say my name, thank you.
Whatever you say, Heisenberg.
Okay, so I would like to also nominate Abdurrahman Halla. I can't remember when he was TME and he made this with the sword and it was really funny actually. So I also nominate Abdurrahman. I don't know Abdurrahman, why didn't you nominate yourself?
Wait, you're allowed to do that?
Of course you're allowed to nominate yourself.
Oh, okay, then I'd like to make a correction. I nominate Khalid Shatila. Okay, yeah, Khalid Shatila. Okay, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so the award goes from Muhammad Attar. I'm sorry to say that. Stand-up comedian member award. You'll always get it. As for the before last award, let's see. Next TME role award.
Muhammad Attar. who just closed his camera.
Yep.
This is how I do my schedule. This is how I do my next TME Road Award.
Yeah. I nominate Muhammad. What do you say,
Muhammad Attar.
Yasmina?
I mean,
I nominate him as well.
Yeah, I mean, the way you did it, Yasmina, is sneaky and completely unethical, and I absolutely love that.
So we have 2 nominations for Attar. Suraya also Muhammad Attar.
So you gave me an award. So you gave me an award and just like, okay, now you have a job. Like the sugarcoat it, right?
So next meeting on Tuesday, we will have Muhammad Attar as our TME. This is how we do it, guys.
I'll show you.
Okay, so this was the end of our award ceremony. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It was a bit of a spice up. I think the TME role is really important. Muhammad Attar, you need to prepare really well. Anyways, congratulations to all the members that were awarded. Now, who is ready for our TTM session? Well, Muhammad Attar. So, no, not Muhammad Attar. With Abdurrahman al-Halla. We have a very, 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 very special section that was by Abdurrahman al-Halla and that will spice it up more and more, I think. Let's see how will it go. But first, I would like to give the stage to Roland I would like to give the stage to Abdurrahman.
Thank you, Yasmina. Before I start, I'd like to call the timer to remind us of the timing rules for the session.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. So for this session, I will be showing, speaking in here about our lovely guest, George. I will be showing the green background at 30 seconds, the yellow background at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red background at 2 minutes. For our members, I will be showing the green background at 1 minute, yellow background at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red background at 2 minutes. After these 2 minutes, both members and guests will have 30 seconds to wrap up their speeches. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics.
Okay, I wasn't on mute the whole time. Thank you, Roland. Thank you very much for this. Sorry, well, I mean, Yasmina said prepared, but I have to say prepared the whole session because, nothing was exactly on time. I was very busy this week. So before we start, allow me to first welcome you all to Table Topics. And there aren't that many attendees here today, but still we are able to give each and every one of you a question, hopefully, and have a fun session. So allow me to start this by first giving myself an award which is I won't be the TTM for this evening. Just for this one meeting, for the theme, I'm going to be the TTK, the Table Topics King. Now, in order for us to start, I would want I butchered that. I need a volunteer to come up on stage, please. Okay, you're alone.
I wanted to.
You'll get your... Be patient,
hello?
Mr. General Evaluator. Okay, Roland, pick a name from 1 to 5. Not that it matters. I'm still gonna pick the question. Just pick a random number.
5.
5. Okay. Let me see if the screen sharing works. Let's hope it works.
1 second. I'll make you co-host so you can share.
Yes. Okay. Do you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, Roland, do you support the participation awards meta, where people give you an award just for participating in a certain event or topic? Do you support the participation awards meta?
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master, for this really tricky question. And let me tell you why. At first, whom of us doesn't like to have a set of certificates to show off, to boast in front of others, in front of their parents? Your mom will walk in with while she's having her degrees or 20 certificates, but she won't tell them that these 20 certificates are attendance certificates. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. TTK. Speaking in a professional way, I think some of these certificates really help you in your career and your profession. I, for myself, really benefited from several ones to help me get a job with some non-profit organizations. Others gave me a good reputation between the traders. As you know, currently I'm a trader. And, you know, they might not be signed from the most important university around the world or from, I don't know, who's that? Stephen Hawking University, but they do help to add value to your career. They show one and only one thing: you are a person that is really hardworking. You are a person with dedication and with commitment to attending these webinars. And I think this is the biggest proof of your, let's say, again, dedication in your career and in your profession. So I think, yes, they are important and they matter. And we should attend more and more webinars in order to collect more certificates. I conclude my my answer and back to you, Mr. Abdurrahman.
Thank you, Roland, for telling us that we need to go out and hustle and get those participation certificates. Thank you very much. Just a quick note, you will address me by Your Highness the next time. Now, let's continue. Muhammad, I think you wanted to participate?
I'm not calling you my highness.
Yeah, don't call me my highness. Call me your hiney. Highness.
I'm gonna call you Burger King. That's like the most things you're gonna.
Technically, it is a royalty.
Wait, I'm joining from my laptop, so can you please just join? Yeah, just give me a minute, and I
Your
see
Highness
you
admits you. I shall
oh my
allow.
God.
Yeah, I have an ego problem.
I think. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, I mean, I'm willing to admit it. That's the first step.
Got it.
I'm following a two-step program.
I will be your timer, Attar. Go ahead. Beat them.
Okay,
let's see.
I think Roland is timing Muhammad. Okay. Pick from 1 to 4. A number from 1 to 4.
Does it really matter?
It never matters.
2. Yeah,
Okay.
actually 2.
Okay.
Watch out for the crown. It's gonna fall. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. Okay, number 2. If you could give, focus here, if you could give the award of best vegan carnivore, to whom would you give it? Again, if you could give the award of best vegan carnivore, to whom would you give it?
Okay.
Hey, I didn't say it was
Usually,
fair.
I guess start timing. Usually, when I start table topics, it's like I need time to think. I don't need to think about this. I'm giving that that award to no one. Nobody deserves that award because I don't think it's a lifestyle. You know, when I meet a vegan guy, I go like, okay, you're not gonna eat. I'm gonna eat 2 times. I'm not that hungry. I'm gonna eat 1 for me and 1 for you. Why would someone not eat meat? It's like delicious, it's like amazing, like chicken meat. Oh my God, it's so good. I'd understand why some people might not like it, as in, okay, it's like slaughtering the animals and understand and the feelings, but I take it from a religious point of view that it does not hurt them, and they were created for that purpose. Okay, like if we just leave them going around, like it's gonna be all the cows and like I don't know what to say. I'm not with the idea of having vegans. Like it's not like I go see a third man. I don't know. I have a lot to say. Man, just enjoy life. This message is for vegans. Enjoy life. Like you can eat anything in moderate. Do not stop yourself from having the protein. I've actually tried vegan food. Personally, I did not like it. It's okay to eat it from time to time, but the idea by itself, I'm against it. I'm more into being moderate. I'm more into being I am with animal rights. I am with even to slaughter animals in the correct way. I'm against animal abuse. I love animals more than humans. That like I'm not ashamed to say that, but it does not get me to the point to stop eating chicken or meat. If you're a vegan, don't talk to me. I'm done. I'm done. Yasmina, I see your looks. I don't care.
Thank you, Muhammad, for this eye-opening answer. Your king is proud of you. We will give you a 5 later on. Although you said you prefer animals more than humans, which is, if not, like properly, explained, it could make my brain go some places that it doesn't want to go again. Okay, who's next? Yeah, I never said I was a good or a fair king. Or a normal, unweird king. Okay, who's next? George.
Can I get a chance?
Your king allows this.
Number 1, please.
Okay.
I'm going to make it easy for you.
Yeah, don't worry. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not a fair king. Okay,
Your Highness, excuse me.
There we go. Grovel more, please. Yes. What do you think is an award or an award ceremony that should exist? What do you think is an award or an award ceremony that should exist?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, Your Highness. What is more beautiful to give a trophy for Your Highness, the best ceremony for our king, table topic king. This is what should be a trophy for this new challenge. Actually, you are the best one in making the table topic session as I lived before and after, as you know what I mean. For that, it's better to give you a bigger crown with lots of diamonds and lots of meat. I think you want to eat. Not you don't like vegan. It seems to be like that. Thank you.
Thank you, George. And please, everyone, take an example of what a proper person of the kingdom should behave like. And
Please do
yeah,
not
this
encourage Abed. Thank you so much. George, I like you, but please do not do this again. Thank you so much.
I can already hear Muhammad going, yeah, this just in. The sun has been blocked by Abed's massive ego. Anyway, who wants to go next? And who left? Oh, Roland left. Okay, Yasmina and Suraya. Okay, okay, I'll go for Suraya first, then I'll go for Yasmina. Hey, I'll save the best for last, don't worry. Best question, I mean, it's up to your performance to prove if you're the best in table topics or not. Suraya?
Yes.
Number?
12.
Okay, yeah, I guess I should have been more. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. Pick a number. It's either 1, 3, or 4.
4.
4. Okay. Okay. Just give me a second to find the picture and share it. Okay, Suraya. There is a list of awards. One of them is called Darwin Awards, which, and I quote, the person awarded this award does a service to humanity by accidentally does a service to humanity by accidentally removing themselves from the gene pool. What was one of the weirdest awards that you heard of? What was one of the weirdest awards that you heard of?
Okay. Okay. First of all, the engineer in me is cringing right now to what we just saw because this is unacceptable. Second, the best or the weirdest award that I'll come up with, it's not, I don't think it exists, but I would say it's the weirdest and loudest laugh. And I would honestly give this award to my mother, because whenever we're at home and, for example, we're throwing jokes and laughing out loud, we get calls from the neighbors asking us if there's anything happening in the house, if anyone died in the house, because they can simply hear shouting from our floor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my mom laughs in a very hysterical way to the point that you would think someone is dead. So if that's an award, I would give it to her. But I don't know. I don't know if it's valid to ask her to stop, because I'm afraid that things might get out of hand sometimes. But to me, I think it's very important that she's laughing, and this is the thing that matters to me the most, is to see her laugh. No matter how she laughs, how bad her laugh is, how loud it is, how crazy it is, it's always nice to see her laugh and enjoy her time. So no matter what, just do the things you feel like doing. If you feel like acting crazy and laughing your guts out, just go ahead and do it. And thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Zoraya, for that wholesome and heartwarming answer, proving that all mothers are beautiful. And yes, I know I made it on the GE's list several times, but I mean, there are that many attendees, so no problem. And last but not least, Yasmina. Yasmina, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me share the screen. Okay, Yasmina. What? Sorry. Yes. Which one of the attendees right here, since today was all about awards and you were nominating people for awards, I would like to ask you to nominate one more person for another award. Which one of the attendees currently here would you nominate for the most probable? Wait, sorry. Would you nominate for the most probable to pet a mammoth? Which one of the following attendees would you nominate the most probable to pet a mammoth?
I would like to start my speech by saying, Abdurrahman, you're so creative. Now, moving on. Regarding the surprising question that you have asked me, actually, if I wanted to act it, now let's speak about something. I don't think anyone would be able to take this award unless for example, I don't know. Muhammad Attar, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't find you fit for this award. So please, stay silent and stay calm. Now, I would like to choose someone who is very delicate, who loves animals, who loves to play with animals, loves to do anything with them, and I couldn't find any way to choose but Roland. So Roland, I don't know why I can see him. Roland, I would like to award you this beautiful award, and I would like to give you a ticket to travel to I don't know, Bali or to Africa, enjoy like a 1 year visit, and I would give you anything, a full package. You will get $1 million, full package, lunch, dinner, and breakfast, full clothes, everything you need. Five packages. Would you get it or no? Or else it goes for someone else. You get it. I get it. You get it. So this award goes for our beautiful, and most good member, Roland. And for that, I will let you know that you will have a very beautiful time with this animal that Abdurrahman has shared with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that incredible answer, Yasmina. And thank you, honestly, for not are you still talking? Oh, okay, yes. And thank you for not showing any bias towards anyone here in the attendees. And speaking of bias, I would like to note that the general evaluator, please don't be biased to this answer. And I'm not the one to speak because I already made your list a long time ago since the meeting started. With that, I thank you all for participating in Table Topics, the part of the meeting where we all learn to get better, although tonight was a bit unorthodox, but generally to get better in impromptu speaking and improving our speech skills. And once again, I would like to thank you all for being a part of this amazing Table Topics. Back to you, Madam TME.
Thank you so much, Abdurrahman, for this amazing session. Honestly, very creative and very nice questions. I hope everyone enjoyed in this session. Now let's give 2 minutes to fill the feedback form and to vote for the best table topic speaker.
That you're safe, that you're here in my arms. I think that you should know that together we belong.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Roland, I think. Yes. You want to tell me something? Oh, sorry. 15 seconds. Muhammad Attar, you still didn't get your turn. Please.
But you should have shared sound as well so we can hear it.
Anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for being part of the TTM session. I think anyone enjoyed this, and personally, I did. I laughed a lot. Now we're gonna move on to our last section. Let me give you the stage. I will give you the last section of the meeting, which is the evaluation section, and it will be led by our one and only Muhammad Attar.
Ismail, don't talk to me. You told me like you gave Rola everything to travel, and you know that I'm an animal person. I'm happy for you, Rola, but like, ما تحكي معي. Don't talk to me. First, I'm gonna start with some general points. For every Rola, I can see you laughing. I hope the mammoth eats you alive. Okay. Now, regarding, I want to start with the problem with starting on time. I was one of the person, like, this is the general idea. Like, we were really like 15 minutes late, except for Soraya, because like she's looking at me through the camera right now. I can see her eyes. Moving on. When someone is using his phone, including me, please turn off the camera. It might be disturbing to the speaker. Like it can, in my case, you would see my bald head like just like this, and it's not really that nice. I'm going to start with our president, Thuraya. I loved your start, Thuraya, because you actually related how we use Toastmasters in our everyday life. It's not just a 2 hours per week meeting. It's something that we can learn on, and we can use in interviews. We can use with our friends. We can use in general in our daily lives and work. So that's something I love how when we relate Toastmasters to our everyday life, and it gives a sort of an example of how Toastmaster goes. It's not only about giving speeches, it's about how to speak, how to talk, and so on. So I love that. And Yasmina, Yasmina, I love your positive energy. You just finished the interview and you came directly from there to here. So someone might say that, okay, maybe her mind is somewhere else. Maybe she's not paying that much attention. But the thing is that you gave us your 100%. That shows a lot of commitment from you, and you're always giving that positive and good vibes. So I want to thank you for that. You gave us your full attention. The subject by itself is interesting. It's very creative, and it's like you used us as audience to talk about your subject. You gave awards. You made me. You put me in trouble for having to be table. Like I'm starting to think of ideas from now. I want to thank you for that. And that's my evaluation for Yasmina. Now, regarding Roland, I see you giving leadership speeches to people someday. The way that you're using your tone, your body language has improved greatly, and even like you're saying like 3 sentences in each different tone, which I find very interesting and very like that's good, man. I see improvements. Also, I don't know if you know if anybody has noticed, but your for general for everyone has been like this. It has decreased heavily. You did not use or try to do this, and you're trying to fill up words instead, which I think it's also a very good. I used which is a very sign of improvement. Now, Thuraya, one more point for you because you were also the evaluator. It's nice to give our speaker some tips before giving, because he might just focus on the speech, and giving him some pinpoints in order to make him more comfortable. And that's a good motivational way to let our speaker, George, start his speech. Am I supposed? It's my first time. Should I talk about George's speech, or I just talk about his evaluation, about his table topics?
Mm, just evaluate table topics, and I will be evaluating him after we finish.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I still here. Yasmina, if I may, the thing that I found that I wanted to make point out is that the video you sent was too long, and I actually lost attention. It's if I think if it was like a minute 30 seconds. If you said it in your own words in 20 seconds, and you just give us pinpoints like this is happening here, this is happening here, this is happening here, in your own voice, in your tone, that would have better, because the voice that was speaking has a monotone voice. So he was like, okay, so this is what happens in Africa, and when the water is leave. And I did not see that much. It wasn't that much interesting. For next time, it's better if you just do it for 10, 20 seconds and you give your own explanation of this. I think it would help people more. And hats up again for doing the award. It was a creative way. Abid, for table topics, you owned it. I'm not gonna call you my highness though. I don't think it's Abid here still. Yeah. Yeah, you owned it. You changed the whole subject to your benefit. You made it you, and a point of okay, and you made it clear that you're the king tonight, and like you did everything. Like, I'm not gonna be the table topics master. I'm the table topic king, which shows creativity and some good self-confidence when speaking about this. One thing I would like to tell you, that do not focus on the negatives when speaking. So do not say, even though we do not have a lot of people, we're gonna go with this. You can say, because we have a small number of people, we can be more focused and give even better evaluation or better chance for everyone to participate in table topics, and always focus on that. And even do not say that you have a big ego. If you want to say a certain idea or a certain joke, it's just let your character present it, which you did, by the way. You did not have to say that. Yeah, I loved your questions. I loved your sense of humor. I loved the simple use of Photoshop. Like, you just put some hand, like, put this, like, this is me. Like, what would you do with someone like who wants to pet a mammoth? Like, I wanted. It was very interesting. Now, regarding people who have participated in table topics, George, you have a very nice personality. I guess you've heard that about a million times. The thing is, you actually made me happy. Like, you were telling me good things, and you were telling me, "Go do it. I'm gonna be your timer." I loved your energy. I loved your character. It's like you're very your family must be so proud, because you're a very fun guy, and you actually did a very good job in your speech, and you gave Abby what he wanted, even though I told you not to do, which is which is great, by the way. Yasmina, your table topics were, it was a correct answer. You gave a very, it was a fun question, so you gave a fun answer, even though it's not true, and I am against 100%. We can talk about that later. I loved your answer. Roland, in table topics, it's something that we all need some time. So you should every one of you should take about 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, just think about the idea. Because at the end, I thought you were just saying words because you wanted to just add on the sentence. You started out great, but I think you had like a moment there where you just shifted away and you tried to fill it up with words. But on overall, it was good. Thuraya, for table topics, I would really like to hear your mother laugh someday. So if you have any available apartments, I would like to buy, because I think that this is like I like people who like to laugh out loud. It makes me laugh involuntarily. Like, your neighbors are lucky. Don't, no matter what they tell you, do not do not respond to them. So basically, yeah. Also, Roland, also, like, when you were giving your table topics, you gave us examples on life, and I think that's important, and we should include in each, and we try to include it in our answers if possible, because we can each relate to that in our lives. By that, we just need. I'm done, and I would like to call on Soraya to evaluate George, and Soraya, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Muhammad. Now it's time for my evaluation. Thank you so much, George, again, for this amazing proposal. Allow me to divide my evaluation into content, and delivery. So let's start. First, you started with a video in order to introduce your topic and let us know what is this proposal about. After that, you stated 3 reasons why we need to support the proposal. You also had a lot of supporting ideas. You used studies to support your request. You used examples from Uzbekistan. You used some good metaphors, including Elon Musk in it. You also gave out the consequences of of the problem, which is global warming, the extreme weather conditions, the melting of the poles. You made us imagine several visuals in our head of what is happening around us in this environment. You also ended with you gave how the product helps, which is mainly regulating the environment and stabilizing the temperature of the environment around us and the humidity, if I'm not mistaken. And you ended with a video after it to showing several scenes from different parts of the world to support even more your request to sell this product that you're proposing. Now, in this section regarding the content, I want to discuss something which is, I think, very important when it comes to proposals, which is the logos, ethos, and pathos. So logos is when it appeals to logic, pathos is to appeal to emotions, and ethos is to convey credibility and authority in your proposal. So what in your proposal, you had a lot of logos. You did have technical terms. You had studies to support. You also had ethos. You supported your points by studies from credible people. And I think the part that is related to pathos is maybe the video at the end, because it relates to us. It will probably make us feel certain things when we watch it. Now, my recommendation here is 2 things. I think if you started with the second video, it would have been a better start because it appeals to the emotion. You want your audience to have this shock in the beginning, to see it, you shock them emotionally, and that's how you gain their attention and maintain their attention to hear the studies and what you're about to say. So keep the part related to the emotions in the beginning, and then start talking about what's happening, go into technical terms, and show all of the studies. I think with this switch, you will have a more powerful introduction, and you will prepare your audience to what they're about to listen to in the proposal. Also, I would recommend that inside your speech, maybe when you end with something also somehow that appeals to the emotion. Maybe try to relate or to comment on this video, but in your own words, maybe relating it to each and every single person, maybe their families, the animals they love, or try to make whatever you started with customized to your audience so that you connect to them on a personal level. Now, moving on to the delivery, I found very confident speaker. You showed a lot of power, and I think this speech needed a very confident delivery to convince us to accept your proposal. You had very powerful gestures. You were showing like this, that, and using your hands in a very strong way to display the power that you need to persuade us. Now, your vocal variety was also very powerful, but here I also have one recommendation, is that for most of the speech, it was very powerful, very high-pitched. I would recommend that during some parts of the speech, you lower down your tone so that we can have this variation between high, low, so that people, whenever they decide to daydream, you would shock them with like, you go low and then you go high, and then you would get their attention. So have some variety in the pitch that you use during your speech. As a conclusion, you had a very wonderful proposal. You had good elements of logos, ethos, pathos that are enough for us to be convinced of buying your product so that we can save the environment. But as recommendations for next time, try to have the structure of the videos that you use switched. And also try to connect to your audience personally on a personal level, maybe in the conclusion, or if you find it better in the body, you can do that as well. And for the delivery, just have some vocal variety between high and low pitches. That is my evaluation for you. And back to you, general evaluator, maybe. Give me my evaluation about my evaluation.
He will open 30 seconds.
Hello.
Yeah.
No, I was with you. I was just checking something. Today, regarding your evaluation, you actually did a great job. You explained to George his speech on different aspects, from body language to organization, and also to know what can he do next time to give a better speech. You focused on mainly the main points of giving a proper speech, and I personally think that George did a good job, but with your tips and more practice, of course, he can become better. And by that, I end my evaluation for Soraya. I have nothing else to add, and back to you, our TME, Yasmin Al-Masri.
Thank you so much, Muhammad, for leading up the evaluation section. And before we end our meeting, I would like to give 2 minutes to give feedback to our evaluators and to me as TME. I'm gonna look for a music to put.
There's a place I go to when no one knows me.
I love this song. I wanted to listen to it, but that's fine. So since the 2 minutes were over, I would like to conclude my my section by saying, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Not said by myself. This is said by Oscar Wilde. So please. Personality is not a script, but a team. We always base ourselves on what we want to think about ourselves, about the traits that that we want people to think about us. We exhibit certain tendencies early on and relative to each other's. We are likely to maintain some consistency in our personality ranking, even over a very long period. But life shapes us and we change throughout our lives. So, furthermore, people differ in their degree of change, and sometimes they change in unexpected ways. For that, in some way, each one of us might award themselves titles they see in themselves, and sometimes people might be awarded by other people based on what they have been seen as. So this was my conclusion, and I hope everyone enjoyed the session. But before we end the meeting, we have the best. We need to end it with in a good note. With the results. So who's excited to share the results tonight for the best table topics, because we already have the best speaker and the best evaluator. Let's show some drum rolls. Yeah. Also, clap. You can clap, guys. Drum rolls won't work.
Okay, Yasmina, I will be sharing my screen.
Yes, thank you so much, Suraya.
So the best speaker is...
So, woo! Best speaker, Sariba. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You were the only speech, but you were the best speech. Our best table topics is Muhammad.
Thank you, non-vegans.
Wondering why he took the best stand-up comedian award tonight. Good job, Muhammad.
Thank you so much, guys. I really
and now I will hand on the stage to our own president and vice president, Suraya Nasser.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, Yasmina. Thank you, George. Thank you, Abed. You really made me laugh a lot today, especially Abed and Muhammad together in one meeting. You really, I bet my mom would really have the police come over if you were making her laugh. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you, George, for attending our meeting and giving this amazing speech. We really would love to see you in our future meetings. That's it for today. If